Welcome to the latest edition of Off the Rails, where we show you just a smidgen of the silliness that goes into recording your favorite racing podcast, Rail Talk. I'm Joe Bianca, and I'd like to quickly take this opportunity to wish a very happy birthday to my co-pilot and likely my co-defendant one day, if this show keeps on growing the way it is, Jonathan Green. I have no idea how old he is. All I know is that I keep getting older, and John's sense of humor stays the same age. That's why this thing works, and a big reason why he's become one of my best friends. You don't need me to tell you this, but he's a great guy, great father, brilliant, fair, and with all the integrity you could ask for. And if horse racing had 100 more Jonathan Greens running around, we'd be in a much better place. Hope you have a great birthday, bud, with all your family and friends. Is that right? We're going to have to fact check that. Anyway, we love you, buddy. Now, on with the buffoonery.
Yeah, that way. I mean, it's a stupid gimmick. Don't do it. Don't listen to me. All right, okay. This is fun, though.
We're almost touching. Look, we're almost touching.
No. Come on, you can do it.
Hi, Joe.
Tickle.
Then they could have said something like, some footage is shocking and unsuitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Well, first thing I'll say is that sexual content, smoking, and cursing should be the warning before every episode of Rail Talk. I think we can adopt that from Netflix for Rail Talk. But
wait,
on a serious note,
who's having sex? Because it ain't happening in this basement.
It's just the sexiness, the inherent sexiness going on here. Like that might be shocking to some viewers, John. Have you not considered this possibility? I mean, Jesus. Hey, 3.
That's what I'm going to use this hat as a collection hat. Okay. Please, sir, can you spare us some change so we can have another podcast? All right. Anyway, sorry. I want to interrupt for the 5th time. Yep.
But thank you again for coming on.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Thank you for listening.
Even though Patty's going to be gone for most of the show, I'll bet you she still has an appearance.
She pops back in, I'm sure, from time to time.
Oh,
Beetlejuice.
Oh, you blew it.
Lisa, I hate being on, but so what? My new strategy is to have dirty hair and look disgusting, so I'm not tempted to do it.
Hey, you look great.
And then I've been on with.
Joe's hair looks good too. Well done, Joe.
Thanks.
You guys have like matching hairstyles. Is that like a thing?
Well, he's
well,
like,
John grew the beard to emulate me.
Hair.
That's for damn sure.
Exactly. It was just we figured Joe's my nephew, so
yeah,
not by blood, but
your podcast son.
My podcast. Yeah, no, I'm your sidekick.
I never threw eggs on Halloween or any of that shit.
We pranked calls, but not strangers. We prank family constantly.
Joe, you won. We've been doing the show for 22 minutes and Patty showed up. You took the over.
I'm not on the show. This isn't part of the show.
You're right.
It's recording.
It's not part of the show. Editors, this is not part of the show. I'm still on strike.
All right. I'm so glad Debbie's here to see all. I was like, it's really boring. You're not going to be as excited as you think you are. She's like, no, I want to see. That's really her voice.
You can
Sounds
see
a
the
lot
guy.
like the John's version of Patty's voice, but whatever.
Patty's voice is, I'm not going to be on the show. I'm not going to do that.
I'm not.
All
right, wait a second. Let me just adjust this picture.
Take that out right there. 3. Also, like, Patty, she texts us all the fucking time. Like, we just can't respond to everything. That doesn't mean we don't read it and appreciate it, but like, she's just, our brains don't work the same way as her. Back me up on this, Ed.
Yeah.
A man of few words.
That's all I'm gonna say. Mm-hmm.
That's for job security, Ant. I get that. I get it. Anthony, would we be better off responding to every 3rd text, every 5th text? Like, what's your ratio of responses?
I usually wait for it all to come in, and then I'll respond to it as a block.
You're a smart man. Hi, Paisley.
Poking her head in. Cash those tickets, baby. Can't get rid of us just yet.
We're like cockroaches. You can't get rid of us.
I loved a lot of the segment, but the first line is hard to beat. We need a bug up your ass or a bee in my bonnet.
Depending on how vulgar you are, well, you have the PG version.
Right.
Like, either you're living in the Victorian age or,
It was going back and forth from being a dainty noblewoman to being, a Brooklynite. Right.
You can still be elected if Mike Pence has the courage.
That's right.
Welcome to episode 21 of Rail Talk, the last blah, 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 blah.
Were you here this morning when I was doing the Ricky Bobby impression and Patty actually peed herself? She literally peed herself?
No, I came in at the end of it. I got the last couple drops of that.
No pun intended. So did Patty's underwear.
More drops.
She did say her life is one giant hot flash to somebody. I forget who. It wasn't us.
It is one giant hot flash. Thank you. Any more insults? Any more? Because I will say this might be a good time to do this. I wanted to fight back on my texting, the three of you making fun of my texting. I will say what happened on that particular incident is this. Everyone said, talking about ideas, so I put one in, a brilliant one, of course, in the text chain, brilliant idea. Nobody responded. I wasn't going to say anything. But then we get on, and I'm talking to John about the show, and he goes, well, no one had any ideas. Come on, that's a trigger. I went immediately and said, I had an idea, and you ignored it. So that's why I was triggered by John saying nobody had ideas.
You can tell how not mad Patty is about us not responding to her text.
Sorry, Patty,
that doesn't bother her at all.
I said, what was that second thing you said? Because after the first 20 seconds, I tuned you out.
She has ideas too, John. Good one.
Okay.
It wasn't that my idea got ignored. It was that you said nobody had ideas. That was the thing. See, there's a distinction here. Ignore
Well, when I say nobody has ideas, I mean the important people, me, Joe, and Anthony. That's what I mean.
Let me just pause this for a second because there was a horse who won.
I think these days we have to call them a Caucasian horse.
Oh, John. This horse put raisins in its potato salad.
True or false? Should one of my goals for 2024 be that we don't even get threatened to be sued?
John, resolutions are supposed to be realistic.
Oh. It's time for another Off the Rails, sponsored by Black Dog Bloodstock. Lauren Carlisle of Black Dog Bloodstock, based in Lexington, willing to travel worldwide. We had her look at horses in Lexington, Florida, even Ireland for us, and she always comes up with the hidden nuggets, not just the obvious horse that looks like the grade one, but more importantly, the horse that looks like it'll develop into a grade one winner. And quite frankly, that's what you really need. You need to have somebody like Lauren who can look past what the horse looks like today and project what it's going to look like when you're ready to race it. So Lauren Carlisle of Black Dog Bloodstock, give her a call, have her do some work for you. You will be so impressed, just like we were. Lauren Carlisle, Black Dog Bloodstock.